Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about something we all do, regardless of where we live or, our daily routines, grocery shopping.
Yes, the weekly ritual for many.
Exactly. Now, you might be thinking, grocery shopping, really? How is that a deep dive into anything related to English language learning?
Right. Seems a bit mundane on the surface.
But that's precisely where the magic happens. Learning a new language, truly embedding it into your life, it isn't just about endless grammar drills or like rote memorization of vocabulary lists in a classroom.
Definitely not. It has to be practical.
It's about taking that language out into the real world, making it a living, breathing part of your everyday experiences. Our mission today is to transform your very next trip to the supermarket into an incredibly dynamic, engaging, and honestly, seriously confidence-boosting English lesson.
That sounds like a great goal.
We're going to give you a shortcut to being well-informed, packed with, surprising facts, fascinating linguistic insights, and just enough humor to keep you hooked. Think of it as upgrading your language skills while you fill your cart.
I like that. Language learning on the go.
So let's unpack this. How can something as seemingly mundane, as you said, as a trip to the supermarket become such an exciting and practical language adventure?
Well, what's truly fascinating here is just how much practical, everyday English is embedded in this single universal activity. It truly offers a rich environment for learning,
Yeah,
way beyond the confines of a textbook.
that makes sense. It's real life.
It's absolutely true that consistent real-world practice is, well, without a doubt, the most effective way to gain genuine fluency. And the inherent beauty of a supermarket environment is that it's largely, low stakes.
Low stakes, yeah. You're not performing surgery.
Exactly. You're unlikely to make a catastrophic error.
Yeah.
And any small slip-ups. They're simply opportunities for learning, not moments of embarrassment.
Right. Mistakes are just part of the process.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So today, we're going to methodically cover essential vocabulary, practical phrases for pretty much every scenario, dive into detailed real-life dialogues,
Okay.
give you crucial pronunciation tips that will help you sound more natural, and even sprinkle in some invaluable cultural insights that will make you a truly savvy shopper anywhere in the English-speaking world.
Savvy shopper. I like that.
You'll walk out of this deep dive not just with a mental shopping list, but with the confidence to tackle any aisle, any question, and any checkout line.
That confidence, I think, is exactly what every language learner craves. It's the key, isn't it?
It really is.
And the first step to feeling truly confident in a new environment like a supermarket is building that foundational vocabulary toolkit.
The building blocks.
So I invite you, the listener, to take a moment right now and think about your own supermarket experience, maybe in your native language. What words do you find yourself using constantly? What terms do you wish you knew in English to confidently navigate the store, to find precisely what you need, or even just to ask a simple question without, hesitation?
That's a great exercise, visualizing it.
We're going to tackle some of those core indispensable terms right now, building from the moment you step foot inside.
Okay, let's do it. Let's begin with the absolute basics, the things you'll encounter the second you walk through those automatic doors. First, you'll need something to put your groceries in.
Right. Essential.
The large wheeled contraption you push around is most commonly referred to as a shopping cart in the United States and Canada.
Shopping cart. Got it.
However, if you find yourself in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, or many other Commonwealth countries, it's almost universally called a trolley.
Trolley. Okay, so cart or trolley. Good to know the difference.
Exactly. So remember, shopping cart or trolley both refer to that larger wheeled item designed for bigger shops. Now, for smaller, quicker trips, say you just need a few items.
Like milk and bread.
Right. You'll typically grab a shopping basket. These are handheld, lighter, and perfect for when you're just popping in.
Basket for small trips, cart or trolley for big ones. Okay?
Precisely.
And once you're inside, that's when the real navigation challenge begins, especially in a large store. It can be overwhelming.
Again, yeah. Which brings us to aisle.
Ah, aisle. Yes.
This word is absolutely crucial for finding your way around, but it's also a bit of a trickster for many learners.
How so?
Well, many instinctively want to pronounce the S's in aisle because, well, it's right there in the spelling, A-I-S-L-E.
Right. You see the S, you want to say the S.
Exactly. But here's the aha moment.
Yeah.
That S is completely silent. It's pronounced ale, just like I'm feeling a bit ail or an ailment.
Ale. Okay, no S. So not isla or azle, just ale.
Correct. It's a common feature in English, where historical spellings often linger long after pronunciation has changed. Think of words like island or debris. Same idea.
Got it. Good examples.
So when you're looking for something, hearing it's on aisle 5 or asking which aisle is the cereal in requires you to get that pronunciation down. Ale. It's truly important for clear communication.
Definitely. Mispronouncing that could lead you way off course.
Yes, the silent "es" in aisle is a classic example of English's quirks. And speaking of where items are located, you'll find products neatly displayed on
With
shelves.
shelves, okay.
Remember, shelf is the singular form, referring to one flat surface. Shelves is the plural.
Shelf, shelves. Makes sense.
And it's important to distinguish them from an aisle. An aisle is the passage between the shelves.
Ah, okay, so you walk down the aisle and the products are on the shelf.
Got it. As you progress towards the end of your shopping trip, you'll inevitably interact with the cashier. That's the person whose job it is to scan your items and process your payment.
The cashier.
Right. And the physical location where you complete your transaction is called the checkout, or often in the UK, the till.
Checkout or till, another UK difference.
That's right. So I'm heading to the checkout, or please go to till number 3. Both
Yeah.
common.
After you pay, you'll almost always receive a receipt. And here's another word with a silent letter, believe it or not.
Oh, which one?
The P in receipt. It's entirely silent.
Ah, yes. Like aisles silent is.
Exactly. So it's pronounced recite, not reset.
Riset. Got it. Silent P.
This piece of paper is your proof of purchase, documenting what you bought and how much you paid. It's essential to know what it's called in case you need to return something.
Very important, yes. Proof of purchase.
And then the very practical matter of getting your items home. You'll need bags to carry everything. Simple, yes, but absolutely vital.
Can't forget the bags. Very true. And while we're still in the process of collecting items, let's talk about the scale.
The scale, like for weighing things.
Exactly. In many stores, particularly in the produce section for fresh fruits and vegetables, you might be expected to weigh your items yourself before you get to the checkout.
Oh, interesting. Not everywhere does that.
No, it varies. But you'll find these scales positioned throughout the produce aisle. We'll dive into that cultural tip later, but the word scale is what you're looking for.
Okay, stale. Good to know.
Of course, understanding costs is essential, so you'll encounter the word price. And to save some money, keep an eye out for items that are discounted or on sale.
Price, discount, on sale. Everyone likes those last two.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a preferred kind of yogurt, coffee, or cereal, you're likely buying a specific brand.
Brand loyalty, right.
Lastly, and critically important for food safety and freshness, always check the expiration date.
Oh, yes. Very important. Don't want old milk.
Exactly. Knowing that phrase, expiration date, can literally save you from a very unpleasant surprise or even, a health issue later.
Wow, that's a significant chunk of practical vocabulary already, and we're just getting started.
It builds up quickly.
My challenge to you, the listener, is this. The next time you walk through your own local supermarket, even if it's in your native language, try to mentally label everything you see with these new English words.
Active recall. Great idea.
Think to yourself, okay, that's an aisle, those are shelves, I need a shopping cart, where's the cashier? Really make it an active, immersive, mental exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Not just individual words, but how they group together, guiding you through different sections of the store.
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, knowing these distinct supermarket sections helps you navigate not just physically, but also mentally organize your shopping list in English.
Like a map in your head.
It's like having a pre-built map of the store in your head, yeah. Streamlining your entire trip. For instance, most people, myself included, often start in the produce section.
Fruits and veggies first.
Right, that's where you'll find all the fresh fruits and vegetables, from crisp apples and leafy greens to juicy tomatoes and earthy root vegetables. Then, usually nearby, you'll have the dairy and eggs section.
Milk, cheese, yogurt.
Home to everyday staples like milk, cheese, yogurt, and butter.
Exactly. And the smells. You can usually tell where the bakery is just by the irresistible aroma of fresh bread and pastries wafting through the air.
Oh, absolutely. Always tempting.
It's always tempting to grab a crusty baguette or a warm croissant there, sometimes even before you've started the rest of your shopping.
Guilty as charged. For your protein needs, you'll head to the butcher's or the meat and fish section, where you'll find all sorts of cuts of meat, beef, chicken, pork, and a wide variety of fresh seafood.
Butchers or meat and fish. Okay.
If you're looking for something quick and easy to prepare, the frozen foods aisle is packed with everything from ice cream and frozen vegetables to ready meals and pizzas.
The freezer aisle. A lifesaver sometimes.
Definitely. And of course, staying hydrated. You'll find a massive variety of beverages, from bottled water and sparkling drinks to sodas, juices, and specialty coffees.
Drinks, got it.
And let's not forget the snacks aisle.
Uh-oh, danger zone.
Often a dangerously tempting place for my wallet, too, filled with chips, cookies, crackers, and all sorts of indulgent treats.
And for pantry essentials, the things you keep for a while.
That's the canned goods section. Absolutely vital, think staples like beans, tuna, various soups, and diced tomatoes.
Canned goods, check.
And don't overlook bulk bins, which are becoming more common in stores focused on sustainability or specialty items, allowing you to buy nuts, grains, or spices by weight.
Bulk bins, yeah, scoop your own.
Finally, remember about the non-food necessities. The household items section will stock everything from toilet paper and laundry detergent to cleaning supplies and light bulbs.
Right, not just food. Household stuff, too.
Knowing these broad categories instantly helps you narrow down your search, even if you don't know the exact name of every single product. It's about building a robust mental framework for the entire store layout.
That mental map is truly fantastic, providing a solid foundation for navigating the physical space. But what happens when you need to actually talk at the supermarket?
The next level.
It's one thing to understand the words when you hear them or read them on a sign, but our ultimate goal here is to get you confidently using the language yourself, to move beyond passive comprehension to active interaction.
This is precisely where we bridge that crucial gap from passive understanding to active communication. Let's start with one of the most common scenarios you'll face. Looking for a product or an item you can't immediately find.
Okay, asking for help.
You need a polite and direct way to ask. The best phrase to use, universally, is, "Excuse me, where can I find?"
Excuse me, where can I find? Simple enough.
For example, you might say, "Excuse me, where can I find the pasta?" Or, "Excuse me, where can I find the organic produce section?" This structure is both polite and clearly states your objective.
So it's better than just, like, where is pasta?
Well, yes. A common mistake many learners make is saying, "Where is the pasta?" While grammatically correct, it can sound a bit too direct, maybe even demanding, in a customer service context.
Ah, okay. Tone matter.
Adding, "Excuse me," and framing it with, "Can I find?" softens it considerably, making it far more natural and courteous.
That's such a key distinction, the nuance of politeness. It really highlights how language isn't just about grammar, but about social context. Politeness, as you said, goes a long way.
It absolutely does. Another vital variation for inquiring about specific item availability is, "Excuse me, do you have?"
Okay. Do you have? How's that different?
Well, "Where can I find?" is about location. Is it about existence or stock? For instance, if you're looking for a specific type of milk, you might ask, "Excuse me, do you have lactose-free milk?"
Ah, I see. Or like, excuse me, do you have fresh basil? If you're not sure they carry it.
Exactly. This is perfect for asking if they even carry a particular item at all, or if it's currently in stock. This phrase also implicitly raises an important question for later.
Which is?
What if they don't have it? Knowing how to ask about availability is the essential first step, and we'll cover how to respond to out-of-stock answers shortly.
Okay, got it. Now let's shift gears. Imagine you're at one of those specialty counters, like the butcher's, the deli counter, or the bakery.
Right, where you interact more directly.
You can't just point to what you want, especially if it needs to be weighed or sliced. You need to ask for a specific quantity or a particular cut.
Precisely. The universal go-to phrase here is, "I'd like, please."
I'd like, short for I would like, right?
Correct. And it is universally polite, professional, and commonly used in almost every service interaction. For example, at the butcher's, you might say, "I'd like half a kilo of ground beef, please." Or at the bakery, "I'd like 6 bread rolls, please."
So much better than I want.
Oh, vastly more polite and appropriate. "I want" can sound demanding or even childish in English in these contexts. Stick with "I'd like."
Good tip. I'd like. And what about specifying amounts or types at these counters?
Right, we're talking about specific items or types. You often need to master various quantifiers. For cheese or cold cuts, you might ask, "Can I have a slice of that cheese, please?" We use a slice of for things cut into thin pieces.
A slice of cheese. Okay.
For something like ginger or maybe a larger chunk of cheese, you'd say a piece of.
A piece of ginger?
And for items that come in natural clusters like bananas or grapes, you'd ask for a bunch of.
A bunch of bananas. Right.
Using the correct quantifier, whether it's a pound, a kilo, a dozen, a slice, a piece, or a bunch, demonstrates not just vocabulary, but a grasp of collocations, words that naturally go together.
Collocations, so words that fit together.
Exactly. This precision is a clear mark of advanced fluency.
That's a fantastic tip about the quantifiers. It really shows you're not just learning words in isolation, but how they fit together naturally and correctly. It adds a whole new layer of precision to your language.
Hmm.
And then once you've found something and you're considering it, you need to know the details before you commit. Price, freshness.
Absolutely. The most direct and universally essential question is, how much is this? Simple, direct, and you'll use it constantly.
How much is this? Can't go wrong there.
And if you're buying fresh produce, meat or something from the bakery, is this fresh?
Yeah.
Is incredibly useful. You want to make sure you're getting the best quality, especially if you're planning to consume it quickly.
Is this fresh? Good one. Especially for like fish or bread?
Right. For items like bread, you might even ask, was this baked today?
Oh, even more specific. Nice.
And to avoid any truly unpleasant surprises, especially with perishables like milk, eggs, or meat, you absolutely need to know, where's the expiration date?
Yes. We mentioned that earlier, crucial phrase. Where is the expiration date?
It's so crucial for health and quality. You definitely don't want to get home and realize your milk is already sour or your yogurt is past its prime.
Definitely not. These phrases aren't just about basic vocabulary. They're about empowering you to make informed decisions as a consumer and to get exactly what you need and expect.
Exactly. Knowing these questions and having the confidence to ask them can truly transform your entire shopping experience from one of uncertainty and potential frustration to one of control and confidence.
All right, feeling in control.
It's about more than just transactional language. It's about ensuring you get what you need, what's best for you, and that you're engaging effectively within the retail environment. You could also ask, is this organic? If that's a preference.
Yeah, what?
Or does this come in a larger size? To check for different packaging options.
And what if I'm looking for a specific type of packaging? Say I want canned tomatoes not bottled or a loaf of bread not sliced. How do I ask that?
Excellent point. Knowing the names for common packaging types will save you a lot of guessing. You might say, do you have this in a can? For items like soup, beans, vegetables.
In a can.
Or where are your jars of jam? For preserves, sauces. For milk or juice, you'd often look for a carton.
Jar, carton, right.
Bread typically comes as a loaf, and for things like chips or crackers, you'll find them in a bag or sometimes a packet in the UK.
Loaf, bag, packet.
Larger dry goods like cereal or pasta usually come in a box. So integrating these terms can, jar, carton, loaf, packet, bag, box into your vocabulary is incredibly helpful for precise shopping.
That's super helpful. Knowing the packaging words really narrows things down. All right, we've thoroughly stocked our linguistic pantry with essential vocabulary, and we've learned how to form those crucial confidence-building phrases. Now, let's unpack this further. Let's look at how these words and phrases actually play out in real dynamic conversations.
Yeah, putting it all together.
Because knowing individual pieces is great, but seeing them used in context as part of a natural back and forth is how they truly come alive and stick in your memory. We've prepared a few simple yet incredibly common dialogues that you might encounter on your next trip.
These dialogues are designed to be as practical and common as possible, mirroring the interactions you're most likely to have. Let's start with a very typical interaction. Asking for help from a store employee.
Okay, scenario one.
So you walk up and say, "Excuse me, I'm looking for yogurt. Do you know which aisle it's in?"
Polite, clear question.
And the employee might respond, "Certainly, the yogurts are in the dairy section that's on aisle 5, just past the cheeses."
Giving directions, referencing the aisle and section.
Then you'd say, "Oh, perfect, aisle 5, got it. Thank you so much for your help."
Confirming and thanking.
And the employee finishes, "You're very welcome. Let me know if you need anything else."
That's so straightforward, yet incredibly effective. I love how polite and efficient that exchange is.
It truly is. What's fascinating here is how a seemingly simple exchange can instantly build confidence. Notice the politeness, starting with, "Excuse me," and the clear, specific request. The employee provides not just the aisle number, but also the general section, dairy section, and a landmark just past the cheeses, giving you multiple cues.
Right, helpful context.
And then you, the shopper, repeat, "Aisle 5, got it." This is a subtle but highly effective communication skill. It confirms you understood the information correctly and makes the employee feel their help was received.
Ah, repeating it back. Smart.
And of course, the "thank you so much" and "you're very welcome" are absolutely essential pleasantries for any customer service interaction.
Okay, next up, the moment of truth that almost feels like a mini performance every time at the checkout.
The grand finale of the shopping trip.
This is where a lot of common questions come up, and knowing how to respond instinctively is key to a smooth exit.
Let's run through that scenario, which is almost universal in English-speaking supermarkets. The cashier starts. Cashier. Hello there. Did you find everything okay today?
That standard question, you. Yes, thank you, I did.
Simple reply. Then the cashier. Cashier.
Yeah.
All right, your total will be $48.75.
The damage, you. Okay, great. Can I pay by card, please?
Asking about payment.
I'll pay now.
Cashier. Of course. Just insert or tap your card here. And would you like a bag, or do you have your own?
The bag question always comes up. Yes, please, I'll need 2 bags. Or maybe, no, thank you, I have my reusable bag here.
Exactly.
That "did you find everything okay" is such a classic cashier opening. And then immediately, the total. Knowing how to state your payment preference, can I pay by card or can I pay in cash, is absolutely crucial for the transaction.
Absolutely. The cashier's opening question is standard customer service. A simple "yes, thank you" or "yes, I did" is all that's needed. Then, after the total, knowing how to express your payment method by card in cash or even with Apple Pay or Google Pay these days is vital.
Right. More options now.
And the question, would you like a bag, or do you have your own bag, is almost universal, especially with the growing trend of charging for bags.
We'll touch on that cultural point later, too.
Yes. And this raises an important question. If you don't need a bag because you brought your own, a simple "no thank you, I have my reusable bag" is perfectly polite and efficient. It also shows you're aware of the store's policy or environmental efforts.
Okay, here's one that often trips people up and can cause a momentary panic. What if the item you want isn't there or you have a specific request?
The out-of-stock dilemma.
This next dialogue is perfect for dealing with an unforeseen situation, like something being out of stock or needing a recommendation.
This is a great one because it moves beyond just asking for information to actually problem-solving in real time, demonstrating higher-level communication skills.
Okay, let's hear it.
So you might approach an employee and say,
You.
"Excuse me, I was hoping to find the whole wheat bread, but I can't seem to locate it anywhere."
Polite inquiry again. Employee. I apologize. It looks like we're temporarily out of stock on that particular kind right now. We had a big rush this morning. We should be getting a fresh delivery by tomorrow morning, though.
Giving a reason and a time frame.
Yeah.
You. Oh, I see. That's a shame. Is there another type of healthy bread you would recommend that's similar?
Asking for a recommendation. Smart move. Employee. Let me check. The multi-grain bread is very popular, and it's also quite healthy, packed with fiber. It's just over there, 2 aisles down on the right. We also have a lovely sourdough if you prefer something with more tang.
Offering alternatives and directions. You. The multi-grain sounds good. I'll try that this time. Thank you so much for your help and the recommendation.
Accepting the suggestion and thanking again. Employee. My pleasure. Enjoy your bread.
And there you have it.
That's such a realistic interaction. I love that it doesn't just end with, "Oh, it's not here," and you giving up. It clearly shows you how to keep the conversation going, explore alternatives, and find a solution.
Precisely. This dialogue teaches you to be proactive and adaptable in your communication. The crucial phrase here is there another type you would recommend? This demonstrates advanced conversational skills.
Right, it shows initiative.
You're not just accepting the out-of-stock answer, you're actively seeking an alternative and engaging the employee's knowledge. A common mistake for learners is giving up too easily or not knowing how to phrase a follow-up question when an item isn't available.
Yeah, I can see how that would happen.
Knowing how to ask for a recommendation or an alternative is a huge step in feeling truly capable and independent in English. If we connect this to the bigger picture, this dialogue teaches you to be proactive and resourceful in your communication, which is a transferable skill far beyond the supermarket aisles.
That's a great point. And what about specific requests at the deli or meat counter, like asking for a precise cut or thickness? That seems advanced.
It is a bit more advanced, but very useful. That's an excellent scenario. Here's how that might go. You. Good morning. I'd like some sliced turkey breast, please.
Starting politely. Deli assistant. Certainly. How much would you like, and how thick would you prefer it sliced?
Asking for quantity and preference. You. Could I have about a quarter pound, please? And could you slice it very thin, almost shaved, for sandwiches?
Being specific with amount and thickness shaved. Deli assistant. Quarter pound, very thin, no problem at all. Anything else for you today?
Confirming the order. You. No, that's all for now, thank you.
That's incredibly useful. Knowing descriptive words like shaved or very thin shows a real command of the language.
Exactly. Or if it were cheese, you might ask for thick slices or thin slices. For meat at the butcher's, you could ask for 2 chicken breasts, boneless and skinless, or a pound of ground beef, lean.
Boneless, skinless, lean, more useful adjectives.
Being specific with adjectives like these adds a lot of fluency and ensures you get exactly what you want.
What if I'm trying to save money? Are there phrases for that, like asking about sales or loyalty programs?
Definitely. Financial vocabulary is always useful in a shopping context. You could ask, is this item on sale? Or are there any current promotions on product name?
Good ones. Straightforward.
If you see a flyer or a coupon, you might say, is this coupon valid for this brand? Or does the flyer price apply here?
Checking the details.
And regarding loyalty programs, do you have a loyalty program or a rewards card I can sign up for? Or can I use my loyalty card for this purchase? Are common questions.
Right, loyalty cards are everywhere now.
This also leads into asking about discounts, perhaps. Do you offer a senior discount? Or is there a student discount available, if applicable?
This is great. It covers so many practical bases. How about a really modern scenario? The self-checkout. A lot of stores have them now, and they can be tricky.
A fantastic point. Self-checkout has its own specific vocabulary and interaction style, even if it's mostly with machine.
Until something goes wrong?
Exactly. Here's a typical self-checkout interaction, which often involves the machine, but sometimes needs an attendant's help. Machine voice. Welcome. Please scan your first item.
The robotic welcome. You.
Oh, no.
Scan item. Machine voice. Item scan. Place item in the bagging area.
Following instructions, you. Place item. Machine voice. Unexpected item in the bagging area. Please remove.
Ah, there it is. The dreaded message.
Happens all the time. So you might look around, slightly confused, and an attendant approaches. Attendant, having a little trouble there. Looks like the weight sensor picked up something extra. Did you place your bag on the scale first?
The helpful human intervention. You. Oh, yes, I forgot. My apologies. I placed my reusable bag down before scanning. Can you reset it for me?
Explaining the problem and asking for help. Attendant, no problem at all. I'll clear that for you. Remember to scan your first item before putting anything in the bagging area, or place your empty bag first if the machine prompts for it. Try again.
Getting instructions for next time. You. Thank you so much. I appreciate the help.
Politeness again.
That unexpected item in the bagging area message is infamous. That dialogue really highlights a common problem and how to interact with an attendant when the machine gets confused.
It's very common, yes. The key phrases here are scan your item, bagging area, unexpected item, and knowing how to ask for help. Can you reset it for me? Or I'm having a little trouble. It's also a good place to remember to ask, would you like a receipt printed? Which many self-checkouts offer as an option on the screen, or sometimes they ask automatically.
So you've got the vocabulary, you've got the phrases, and you know how to build a dialogue. Now, let's talk about that secret sauce to sounding truly natural and confident pronunciation.
Ah, yes, the music of the language.
Here's where it gets really interesting, focusing on a few specific words that can totally trip you up, but once you master them, you'll sound like a seasoned English speaker.
Getting these words right can make a huge difference in how clearly you're understood and how comfortable and confident you feel speaking. Let's revisit aisle, as we emphasized earlier.
The silent.
Exactly. It's pronounced ale, with that completely silent S. Remember, English has a lot of these silent letters, often remnants of older spellings. Recognizing them is a key step to sounding more natural. Practice saying it aloud, exaggerating the ale sound slightly. Ale, aisle 5.
Ale. Okay, definitely one to nail down. What else often trips people up in the context of food or shopping? Any other common culprits?
Oh yes, a very common one is vegetable. Many people try to pronounce all 4 syllables clearly, resulting in something like vegetable.
Vegetable, yeah, I can hear that being common.
But in natural everyday speech, the middle E syllable almost disappears entirely, or is greatly reduced. It's pronounced V-E-J-table.
V-E-D-J-table, 3 syllables, really.
Pretty much, yeah, try it. V-E-D-J-table. This is a classic example of syllable reduction in English, where unstressed syllables get shortened, swallowed, or even dropped to make the word flow more smoothly. Mastering this makes you sound far more natural.
V-E-J tapadillo. That definitely sounds much more natural and fluent. Okay, what about some specific food items that have tricky pronunciations?
Good question. Let's take lettuce, as in the leafy green for salads. It's not lettuce or lettuce. The correct pronunciation is lettuce.
Letus.
Yeah.
Stress on the first bit.
Right. The stress is clearly on the first syllable, and the second vowel sound is a very short, almost sound, like us. Letus.
Lettuce. Got it. And what about receipt again?
Yes, let's circle back to receipt. We talked about the silent P. It's re-IT. Make absolutely sure you're not adding any P sound in there, as that's a very common error. Remember the pattern of silent letters. Re-IT.
Okay, so silent is in aisle, silent P in receipt, and shortening syllables in vegetable and lettuce. Any other common words in this context that cause difficulty? Maybe something like buying things.
Yes, definitely. Purchase, whether it's the act of buying something or the item itself. The U sound here isn't a long oo sound as in blue. It's more of an sound, similar to the vowel sound in words like bird, work, or journey.
Ah, that sound. Poor.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pronounced P-art, chas. The stress is on the first syllable. Try saying it. Purchase. P-art, chas.
Purchase. Okay, that's a good one. Any others? Maybe? Yogurt?
Yogurt, another one that often gets misstressed. The emphasis should be strongly on the first syllable.
Yogurt.
Yogurt, and not yogurty. Precisely, not yogurty. Listen for that strong stress on EO, yogurt. Getting the stress right is just as important as individual vowel or consonant sounds because it can change the meaning or just make the word hard to understand.
These are fantastic tips because they directly address the common pitfalls and nuances of spoken English. It's not just about knowing the letters, but understanding how they truly sound when spoken by native speakers, and how stress and rhythm play such a big role.
Exactly. My strongest advice is to actively listen for these sounds when you hear native speakers, whether it's on this deep dive, in movies, TV shows, or in real-life conversations. Listen carefully.
And then practice.
And then consciously repeat them yourself, even if it feels a bit awkward at first. Record yourself, maybe.
Yeah.
Correct pronunciation significantly aids comprehension, both yours when speaking and others when listening, and it provides a massive boost to your confidence when you know you're sounding natural.
Yeah, confidence is key.
Each correctly pronounced word, each syllable reduction mastered, each correctly placed stress is a small but really significant victory in your overall language journey.
All right, we've extensively navigated the language of the supermarket, the words, the phrases, the sounds. But as we all know, immersing yourself in a new place or culture isn't just about the words.
True. There's more to it.
It's about understanding the unwritten rules, the cultural nuances and practical expectations that can sometimes lead to awkward moments or, confusion if you're not prepared.
The etiquette.
So what does this all mean for the unwritten rules of supermarket etiquette? It's not just about what you say, but what you do.
This section is incredibly valuable because these are the things you often only learn through direct experience, maybe the hard way.
Yeah, trial and error.
And they can sometimes lead to minor social discomfort if you're caught off guard. First up, and this is a big one in many parts of the world, weighing products.
We mentioned the scale earlier, so weighing your own stuff.
Yes. In many countries and within specific supermarket chains, especially in the produce section, you are expected to weigh your fruits and vegetables yourself before you get to the checkout. You'll find scales strategically placed throughout the produce aisle.
Okay, so how does that work usually?
The general process is you select your item, place it on the scale, input a specific code usually visible on a sticker or a small sign right next to the produce bin.
Find the kind for apples or whatever.
Right. And then you print a sticker that has the weight and price. You then stick this label on your produce bag.
Oh, that's a huge difference. I know in many places, like a lot of the U.S., the cashier handles all of that for you.
Exactly. It's a significant difference in process.
So what really happens if you don't weigh your items yourself in a place where you're supposed to? Is it a big deal?
That's a great question. And it varies. If you don't weigh them, the cashier will either have to manually look up the code and weigh them for you, which definitely slows down the line for everyone behind you.
Annoying for others.
Or, in some stricter stores, they might even politely, or maybe not so politely, send you back to the produce section to do it yourself, which can be quite embarrassing and inconvenient.
Oof, yeah, the walk of shame, back to the stales.
So, knowing to do it up front is a small detail that shows you understand the local system and helps keep the line moving efficiently. It's a sign of being a seasoned shopper in that environment.
Good to know. And speaking of the checkout process, what about bagging your groceries? Again, this can vary wildly from place to place, right?
This is another significant cultural difference. In many places, particularly across Europe, and in some U.S. states like California or New York, it's entirely expected that you will bag your own items at the checkout.
So the cashier scans and you bag.
Yes. The cashier scans everything, and places it into a cart or a designated bagging area. And you are responsible for efficiently putting them into your bags. This contrasts sharply with other places where the cashier or a dedicated bagger does it for you.
Right, sometimes there's a whole separate person just bagging.
It's a subtle but important difference in customer expectation and service speed. So if you're in a place where you bag your own, be ready to be efficient and quick with your bagging. Don't hold up the line.
That directly leads into the next point, which has become increasingly common globally. Paid bags. Plastic bags aren't always free anymore.
Yes, the trend of paying for single-use plastic bags is growing rapidly across the globe, largely driven by environmental concerns and efforts to reduce plastic waste. They might cost anywhere from a few cents to a dime or even more per bag.
So it adds up.
It can. So a fantastic cultural and practical tip, one that's both eco-friendly and cost-saving, is to bring your own reusable bag. Many people just carry them folded up in their purse or backpack or keep a stash in their car.
Good habit to get into.
And not only does it save you money in the long run, but it also signals that you're aware of and participating in local environmental efforts. Plus, they often hold more and are stronger.
True. That's a habit worth developing, both for your wallet and the planet. And finally, a tip that's all about efficiency in a busy supermarket. The express lane.
The express lane or express checkout. A fantastic invention designed for customers with just a few items. It's usually clearly marked with a sign like 10 items or less, 15 items or fewer, or simply express checkout.
Gotta love the express lane when you just need milk.
Absolutely. The unspoken rule here, though, is to absolutely respect that item limit. It's designed for quick in-and-out transactions.
Don't be that person with 20 items in the 10-item lane.
Exactly. A common mistake, or perhaps intentional choice, that causes frustration among other shoppers and slows down the line for everyone is trying to use the express lane with a full cart of groceries. So, if you have more than the stated limit, just opt for a regular checkout line. It's simple courtesy.
Right. Respect the system.
What's fascinating here is how these seemingly small cultural details and unspoken rules contribute to a smoother, more confident, and less stressful overall shopping experience. They're about understanding the flow, the etiquette, and the unspoken agreements of the shopping environment, showing respect for other shoppers and the store staff.
That makes perfect sense. I remember once trying to buy coriander in a supermarket in the US, and the cashier looked utterly confused until I realized, oh wait, I needed to ask for cilantro. These regional vocabulary differences are another key cultural nuance, aren't they?
They absolutely are. That's a perfect example. While our core vocabulary covers widely understood terms, regional differences like coriander versus cilantro.
Aubergine versus eggplant.
Exactly. Aubergine in the UK, eggplant in the US, or courgette versus zucchini. Biscuits in the UK are often cookies or crackers in the US, while US biscuits are more like UK scones.
And chips and crisps. That always gets people.
Right. Chips in the UK are fries in the US, and crisps in the UK are chips in the US. Knowing these common regionalisms can save you a moment of confusion or getting the wrong thing entirely.
Definitely worth looking up a few key ones if you're traveling. And what about coupons and sales flyers? Are they a big part of the shopping culture in English-speaking countries?
Oh, very much so, in places like the US and Canada. Perhaps less prominent, but still present elsewhere. Many supermarkets issue weekly sales flyers or circulars, either in print or digitally, detailing current deals and discounts.
So people plan their shops around the sales.
Many do, yes. Coupons are also very popular. Sometimes physical ones you clip out, sometimes digital ones you load onto a loyalty card, offering specific savings on certain products. Learning to say, do you accept this coupon, or is this item part of your weekly flyer special, can save you a surprising amount of money if you're into that.
Good to know. And lastly, the idea of small talk at the checkout. Is that something to be prepared for? Just idle chat.
In many English-speaking cultures, especially maybe in North America or smaller towns elsewhere, small talk with a cashier is quite common. They might ask, how are you doing today? Or finding everything you need? Or comment on the weather.
So just be ready for a little chat.
Yeah, don't be surprised by it.
Yeah.
A simple, I'm well, thank you, and you, or yes, everything was great, thanks, is usually sufficient. It's not usually a deep conversation, just a brief, polite social exchange that's often considered part of friendly customer service.
Okay.
It creates a friendly atmosphere.
Yeah.
It is actually a great low-stakes way to practice your basic conversational English in a real setting.
Okay, you've absorbed a tremendous amount of information today, really, from specific words and phrases to full dialogues, nuanced linguistic insights, and those essential cultural tips. We've gone beyond the basics to truly equip you for real-world supermarket interactions.
Hopefully feeling more prepared now.
Definitely. Now it's your turn to really make this knowledge stick and transform it into active skill. Your mission, should you choose to accept it,
Always accept the mission.
is to bring this deep dive into your very next supermarket trip. Don't just listen and nod along. Actively do and apply.
This is precisely where the most profound and lasting learning truly happens. Taking action. Start simple. Before you even leave the house, make it a point to make your shopping list in English.
Just write it down in English.
Yes, even if it's just 5 items, right? Apples, milk, bread, cheese, coffee. That immediate, tangible application of vocabulary reinforces the words in your memory. Don't underestimate the power of starting small.
Good first step. And once you're in the store,
Make it a fun game.
Hmm.
As you walk through the aisles, mentally name the items and sections in English. Think, okay, this is the produce section, these are bananas, that's an aisle, those are shelves.
narrate your trip silently in your head.
Exactly. Or perhaps, I need to go to the frozen foods for ice cream. The more you do this, the more automatic these connections become, building your fluency almost subconsciously.
Okay, that sounds manageable. What's the next level challenge?
And for the brave among you, and this is where the real confidence building takes off, we dare you to use one of the essential phrases with a staff member or at checkout.
Actually talk to someone.
Yes. Ask, excuse me, where can I find the eggs? Or can I pay by card? Even a simple yes, please when asked if you'd like a bag, or no, thank you if you don't. Every single interaction, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is a step forward, a tiny victory in your language journey.
Overcoming that hesitation barrier.
It's about overcoming that initial hesitation, yes.
And for an extra challenge to hone your listening skills, what about those overhead announcements?
Great idea. Try to understand the announcements made over the supermarket sound system. They often announce daily specials, cleanup on aisle 3, changes in store hours, or calls for staff to specific departments.
Yeah, price check on aisle 4.
Exactly. It's a fantastic way to practice your listening comprehension in a real-world, dynamic, and sometimes noisy environment. You might be surprised at how much you pick up after this deep dive now that you're tuned into the language.
Tuning your ear to the supermarket symphony.
Remember, consistency is the absolute secret sauce to language acquisition. Don't strive for perfection from day one. Nobody expects that. Instead, focus on being understood and on making consistent progress.
Progress, not perfection.
Every small interaction, every new word you use, every phrase you successfully deploy builds your confidence exponentially. If we connect this to the bigger picture, transforming just one routine activity like grocery shopping opens up endless possibilities for everyday language practice across all facets of your life.
It makes language learning less abstract.
Think about it. The supermarket is truly just the beginning of your real-world English adventure. Hashtag tag outro.
So what does this all mean for you? It means your next grocery run is actually a massive level-up opportunity for your English.
Turn that chore into a chance to learn.
We've taken a seemingly mundane chore and transformed it into a rich, insightful language learning experience, packed with practical vocabulary, useful phrases for every scenario, realistic dialogues, crucial pronunciation insights, and those essential cultural tips. You are now equipped to navigate those aisles with a newfound sense of confidence and competence.
Ready to conquer the cart.
Exactly.
And as you leave the supermarket, perhaps with your reusable bag full of newly purchased, correctly weighed, and confidently requested items, I want you to consider this provocative thought. How many other daily activities can you transform into a dynamic language lesson?
Ooh, interesting question.
Your entire day, from making breakfast to commuting, from running errands to relaxing at home, watching something, is full of hidden opportunities to practice, explore, and grow your English skills. The supermarket is truly just the beginning of this exciting journey of everyday application.
That's a fantastic way to think about it. The world is your classroom.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's our topic for today. If you enjoyed this content and feel more confident about your next trip to the supermarket, don't forget to explore the other videos on our channel to continue your English practice and dive deeper into new topics. We're always here to help you on your language journey.